Bonjour, Kinamagene Ireland and Dishnikas, and welcome to this overview of our Week 21 learning plan and important announcements. And we'll begin right off the bat with the most important announcement is that we will be closed for in-person learning Monday and Tuesday. That'll be the 24th and 25th of January, with the plan to return in person on Wednesday, January 26th. This is due to the number of illnesses within our school. If there's any further information, you'll want to watch this space, as I will email and possibly talk to you via this YouTube channel. So let's take a moment and go join into our screen share, starting in our Google Classroom, as we normally do. Here is the easiest way for a student to email me. If we get to the point where there's something else as far as in-person and or remote learning, I would make sure to send this email out again as a reminder. Also, if you're seeing this video and you're not sure if there's a better email address for you or to your co-parent, feel free to send that along to me. On this page, if anything weird were to happen, we would put a daily schedule right here. And you would show up as a post there where you could say, okay, this is what we're covering and at what time. These are overview videos, and you'll have week 21s up here by the time you view this, and week 20s will have disappeared. The most recent newsletter, there was not a new newsletter this week. And we also have our lunch menus for January up here. Soon you'll see February's. If students were to attend remotely, as some students choose to when they're absent so that they're not missing out, it's not something that is required at this time. Some students choose to do it. The Classwork tab has a lot of the things, and you'll see an updated version. There's Zoom links right at the top. And this is usually the top when the students get to it. These things are going to be moved before we get to that point. You click on the current day, and then you'll be able to scroll down, and there's going to be an attachment that you just click on it, and it'll bring up the Zoom for that day. You won't need any codes or passcodes or anything weird like that. It just I let you in. Another important link will be the Padlet. And let's take a moment to visit our Padlet again. It'll be updated as I have a few new links to add, but it does give students access to our resources without having to memorize logins or website names. And you can see as I'm scrolling on math, Khan Academy is a good one. We haven't done a lot with it this year, but it's a useful tool. Same with ST Math. Prodigy is a student favorite. We have some fraction strips, which is helpful when we're covering fractions, times tables, some math games. Reading A to Z is right here. Always a great idea to log in here and work on our reading skills. Social studies, we've been working on our citizenship assessment as a way to teach civics. There's a video here from American History.Smithsonian Institute.edu. Over here, we still have technology, code.org. Students can access these anytime. We do assign per day what thing we're going to be working on in class, but this gives them opportunities to do it on their own. We have the Ojibwe People's Dictionary from the University of Minnesota. Over here, some more practice. Map skills has not really been rolled out to them yet, but will be probably in about 2 weeks. Duolingo is a language learning site that some of our students enjoy. You do not have to pay to use it. There are pay parts that if you're interested in to get more practice. There's also an app online. It's actually one that was brought to me by students several years ago, and I actually use it here at home. Another important thing to check out is sagchipschool.net. This is where we get our important information. There is a live feed right here, and you can see the text that you received the other day about the high number of reported illnesses. You'll get this important information. We do also get information from higher ed about Project Aware. There is a video here. Let's click the read more. If you go to YouTube. So if you go to sagchipschool.net and the live feed, click here. And it's about Project Aware. It's just something that we celebrate here at school. In addition, there's a teacher's page. Let's pause that here. If you go to menu, staff, and you can scroll down. And that's a way you can email me. This is at the sagchip.org account. Or if I'm not at the school, the better way is to use my Google Voice. Back to the home page here. Sorry about that delay. My internet is not going as happy as I would like it today. But it's a really good site. I do include you can see some upcoming calendar days. And there's always more information there. But once we get to, you can see administration, sub, and there's more stuff here. I also do post to these pages our learning plan that we're discussing right here. And in fact, let's talk about that learning plan. You can see that I did include read for 20 minutes. Reading is always a great thing for students to spend some time on. And when I put this up here, it's not with an eye on a particular topic. It's things that are going to speak to them, things they're going to enjoy. If it's reading about their favorite video game, that's okay. I am also encouraging students to work on flashcards and work on their math facts, as that will help with some of our multi-step problems to not trip them up. But in reading this week, we're going to be looking at a new section on historical nonfiction in Alaska and Hawaii struggling for statehood. So Monday or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We're going to get back into our writing city on Wednesday with a makeup day. If students have everything done, they'll be able to do a free write. Math, we're going to continue on fractions and decimal relation, fraction and division relations. The assessment will come later and next week. Science with a 3-day week. I've opted to not try to jam an entire week into 3 days. So we're going to spend some time. This is actually a learning game, Legends of Learning, that they'll access using their Google and sagchipschool.net accounts. There are several steps on it, so it'll actually take as long as a regular science lesson, but it'll be self-directed. And on Friday, we're going to get together with some Mystery Doug. Mystery Doug is part of the Mystery Science program, and there's different topics, and students tend to enjoy it. Social studies, we're going to continue moving through chapter 5, which is kind of here's what happened to lead us from colonization to revolution. Looking at a little bit of geometry here with our math review and enrichment. You're going to see quite a bit of stuff coming from there, as we always are trying to spiral around and make sure that we maintain the skills that we've learned throughout the year. Technology, you see nitrotypecode.org and a Tech Choice Day. Groups, Quill is a good grammar lesson that we're utilizing in the classroom as well, and it's done online. Some students will still be testing this week with NWEA. Might even go into the week after, as we have got underway, but with absences and days off, we're just going to keep working at that. And it's very important that students take it seriously, because it kind of gives me an idea of what growth they've made and where I need to focus their instruction. So that'll be our week 21 learning plan. So there's a lot of information in this week's episode. As things kind of roll out here with these next couple days off, again, I urge students to read, but also to take some time, make sure you're healthy, get some R&R. We want our students back and healthy. We want all of your families to be healthy and to get through this challenging time. And if there's information that's necessary for you from administration or from my desk, as far as our learning, it'll come via email, or also through sagchipschool.net and the text messaging. I will probably go record one of these videos to send to you. That way you can kind of see what tools would be necessary if we had to change something up on the fly. If you have any questions, reach out to me at mireland@sagchipschool.net. I hope you have a safe and healthy weekend, and I look forward to seeing our students back on Wednesday. Pamanugisigad, Minwa, Pamapi.